the quantum update. Most people believe time is a straight line. You're born, you grow up, you get old, and you die. But in quantum mechanics, energy doesn't move in smooth lines. It moves in quanta, discrete, explosive jumps. Your life works the exact same way. You aren't just aging, you are evolving through 4 specific geometric shifts in your consciousness. In human design, these are called life cycles, but let's call them what they really are: operating system updates. Whether you are 29, 40, or 50, the chaos you are feeling right now isn't a crisis. It's the friction of a new software loading onto your hardware. Today, we decode the physics of your timeline. We're going to look at the Saturn return, the Uranus opposition, and the Chiron return, not as astrology, but as the architecture of your sovereignty. Before we initiate the update, you need to know where these files are located in your system. If you don't have your chart, you can find a link to generate a free one in the description after you finish watching this video. On your chart, first, look for this symbol. It looks like a sickle or a cross with a curve. This is Saturn. The number next to it, that is the specific life lesson you are here to master. Next, find this one. It looks like a satellite antenna with a dot at the bottom. This is Uranus. This gate reveals where you are designed to be chaotic, unusual, and disruptive. Finally, look for the skeleton key. It literally looks like a key with a K on top. This is Chiron. This is the location of your deepest wound and your ultimate wisdom. Look at your specific gates. The timing of these cycles is universal. It happens to everyone at the same age. But the flavor, that is entirely unique to your code. Let's start with the first major gate, the Saturn return. This hits between ages 28 and 30. If you are here now, you probably feel like the weight of the world just dropped on your shoulders. In physics, Saturn represents gravity. It is the force that collapses gas into solid matter. Before 30, you are essentially living in a simulation created by your parents, your school, and your conditioning. You are floating. When Saturn returns to the position it was in at your birth, it initiates a structural audit. It walks around the building of your life and kicks the foundation. It asks one question: is this structure yours, or did you inherit it? If you built a career, a relationship, or an identity based on someone else's blueprint, Saturn will crush it. Not to punish you, but to save you from building a skyscraper on quicksand. So, how do you know if you are failing the audit? The symptom. You feel a sense of heavy, dull restriction. It feels like the walls are closing in. That is Saturn squeezing you out of a life that doesn't fit. The strategy: don't push against the wall, lean into the restriction. Ask yourself, if I stopped doing what I should do, what would be the only thing left standing? That is your cornerstone. If you survive the collapse, what remains is concrete. This is where true adulthood begins. You leave the audit with a foundation that can actually hold the weight of your destiny. Fast forward to age 38 to 42, the midlife crisis. Society tells you this is when you buy the sports car or dye your hair. But in the quantum field, this is entropy. Up until now, you've been building order, Saturn. But a closed system eventually dies. To reach a higher level of complexity, the system must introduce chaos. Enter Uranus. The Uranus opposition is the halfway point of your life. It is the polarity flip. In human design, you shift from breathing in life, the south node, to breathing out your purpose, the north node. If you feel restless, trapped, or crazy during this time, it's working. The pressure is designed to shatter the good student persona you perfected in your 30s. You aren't meant to be reliable anymore. You are meant to be real. Let's run a diagnostic. Are you experiencing the Uranus itch? The symptom: you suddenly hate your job, your city, or your routine, even if they are good. You feel a biological urge to burn it down. The strategy: do not burn the house down yet. Uranus demands innovation, not destruction. Instead of quitting your job tomorrow, introduce a radical new hobby or study a completely new field. Feed the chaos safely so it doesn't blow up your life. The danger here is trying to sedate the chaos. Don't. The chaos is the energy source for your next quantum leap. At age 50, the storm breaks. You enter the Chiron Return. In the operating system of human design, this is when you finally exit sandbox mode. In physics, coherence is when scattered light waves align into a laser beam. All the random experiences, the trauma of your childhood, the chaos of your 40s, suddenly, they align. Chiron is the wounded healer. This is the moment where you stop trying to fix your past and realize your wounds are actually your credentials. Many people miss the Chiron upgrade because they are still looking backward. The symptom: you feel a deep nostalgic grief. You keep replaying old failures, wondering if you missed your prime. The strategy: flip the lens. In the quantum view, that grief is just data processing. You aren't mourning the past, you are harvesting it. Every failure you survived is now a case study you can use to teach others. You are the professor now, not the student. You stop seeking validation and you start distributing wisdom. This is the era of true sovereignty. You are no longer the apprentice. You are the master architect. You don't have to prove anything anymore. Your very presence changes the room. Finally, around age 60, Saturn returns again. But this time, it's not a structural audit, it's a coronation. At this stage, the trap is irrelevance. The symptom: you feel invisible. The world seems to be moving too fast, and you feel disconnected from the main character energy. The strategy: accept the promotion. The king doesn't run around the battlefield swinging a sword. He sits on the throne and holds the frequency. Your job is no longer doing, it is being. Your stability is your contribution. You move from being the player in the game to the observer of the simulation. This is the harvest. The things you struggled with in your 30s are now just stories you tell to guide others. You become the force of stability for the tribe. Your age is just a coordinate in the quantum field. You are never behind in life. You are simply in a specific phase of the geometry. The question isn't, why is this happening to me? The question is, which software update am I currently installing? We want to know where you are on the timeline. Are you in the heavy gravity of the Saturn return or the chaos of the Uranus shift? Drop your age and your biggest challenge in the comments. Let's map the data. Reclaim your throne. We'll see you in the next update.